Welcome to Legacy Lore. Today, we journey into the lost world of ancient Britain to uncover how Stonehenge was built, who built it, and what it might have really been for. And as you'll discover, the more we learn, the stranger the story becomes. The lost world of ancient Britain. Long before the Romans, before the Anglo-Saxons, and long before the legend of King Arthur, Britain was home to a remarkable people. Around 6,000 years ago, Neolithic farmers arrived from continental Europe. Their ancestors had traveled across the Mediterranean, bringing with them the revolutionary idea of farming, and something even more ambitious: the desire to build monuments that would last forever. By 3,500 BC, the landscape around what would become Stonehenge was already sacred. People built long burial mounds, enormous rectangular earthworks called cursus monuments, and gathering places. This was not a primitive society. These were organized communities capable of large-scale cooperation. Then, around 3000 BC, they began building something extraordinary on Salisbury Plain. They dug a massive circular ditch using nothing but deer antlers and simple wooden tools. They piled the chalk into inner and outer banks, creating the first henge, a sacred enclosure. Inside this circle, they dug 56 pits, known as the Aubrey holes. Some may have held wooden posts, or even early stones. This was just the beginning. The stones that defied nature. Around 2500 BC, the monument was transformed forever. Huge sarsen stones, sandstone blocks weighing 20 to 35 tons each, were brought from the Marlborough Downs, about 15 to 20 miles away. These formed the iconic outer circle and the towering trilithons, two uprights with a lintel on top, that still dominate the site today. But the real mystery lies in the smaller bluestones. These spotted dolerite stones, weighing up to 4 tons each, came from the Preseli Hills in Wales, over 140 miles, 225 kilometers, away as the crow flies. Some researchers now believe certain stones traveled even farther, possibly from northeast Scotland, more than 400 miles distant. How did they do it? Recent scientific studies in 2025 and 2026 have delivered a major breakthrough. Using advanced mineral fingerprinting, researchers have provided strong evidence that humans, not glaciers, transported these bluestones. Glacial transport theories have been largely ruled out. Imagine the effort: quarrying the stones with stone tools, moving them over land and possibly by sea or river using rafts, sledges, and rollers, coordinating hundreds, perhaps thousands of people across generations. This wasn't slave labor. Evidence suggests a skilled, organized workforce. Feasts were held nearby. Archaeologists have found remains of massive pig roasts that could have fed thousands. Why go to such incredible lengths to bring stones from so far away? Some archaeologists believe the bluestones held special spiritual or healing significance. Others suggest Stonehenge was a symbol of unity, stones brought from distant regions to create a shared sacred center for different communities across Britain. The engineering is astonishing. The stones were shaped with stone mauls, fitted together with mortise and tenon joints, the same technique used in modern woodworking. The outer sarsen circle was once nearly complete, with lintels locked in place like a giant stone ring. What was Stonehenge for? This is where the greatest mystery lies. Stonehenge was never just one thing. It evolved over more than 1,500 years. It was a burial ground. Hundreds of cremated remains have been found, mostly of elite individuals. It was an astronomical calendar. The stones align dramatically with the summer and winter solstices. On the longest day, the sun rises directly over the heel stone. It may have been a place of healing or pilgrimage. The bluestones were possibly believed to have magical properties. Some researchers suggest it acted as a temple or ceremonial center where the living met the ancestors. New studies even point to its remarkable acoustics. Sounds inside the circle behave differently, perhaps amplifying chants or rituals. Recent discoveries show Stonehenge was part of a much larger sacred landscape. Just a few miles away stood Durrington Walls, a massive timber settlement possibly used for feasts and gatherings before people processed to the stone circle. It seems Stonehenge was the eternal stone counterpart to a vibrant world of wood and life. Yet for all our discoveries, one question remains unanswered. Why here? And why invest centuries of labor into this one monument? The enduring enigma and legacy. By around 1600 BC, major construction at Stonehenge had largely stopped. The Bronze Age brought new beliefs, new technologies, and perhaps new priorities. Over the centuries, stones fell or were taken. Some were damaged, yet the monument survived. Today, Stonehenge stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a symbol of human ambition. More than 1 million people visit every year, drawn by the same mystery that has fascinated us for thousands of years. Recent 2025 to 2026 research continues to rewrite parts of the story, confirming human transport of the stones and revealing even greater complexity in how ancient Britons connected distant lands. But the ultimate purpose? That secret may still lie buried beneath the chalk of Salisbury Plain, waiting for the next discovery. Stonehenge reminds us that our ancestors were far more sophisticated, more connected, and more visionary than we often give them credit for. They built something meant to outlast empires, and they succeeded. What do you think Stonehenge was really for? A calendar? A temple? A symbol of unity? Or something we haven't even imagined yet? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the lost world of ancient Britain, hit that like button, subscribe to Legacy Lore, and turn on notifications. Next time, we'll explore another forgotten chapter of human history. Until then, keep wondering about the past, because the past is never truly lost.